I mean, when we talk about this kind of thing, and look, all my favorite people on the internet have already talked about these kind of things already to death. But what's one more voice in the sea of cacophonic voices that are telling these stories without us telling these bullshit? No one's gonna give a shit. No one will even realize they are being fucked in the eye holes by these industries that seem to be hell bent on completely destroying anything that anyone out there held dear or thought was something special, even though it was some kind of industry corporate creation that actually is just a piece of shit anyway. But we found something to care about because there is an art form. Even here in minor outlying island, we know about art form. When we do shit on the street, we make sure we make it in an artistic fashion. You know, you poo in a coil in some kind of coily dog poo style. Humans don't poo like this, but when we try to do it on purpose, then it become art. You know what I mean? We put actual effort into our street poops. So we put a lot of effort into that, but these Hollywood peoples, so if they are even peoples or some kind of demonic imps that run these things, they have completely taken over the shop, my friends. Now all we get is all kind of patriarchal, toxic masculinities. Oh no, woman is very strong and the best all the time, and the man is the shitheads all the time forever, because men are the worst people in the world. Let's get rid of all of them then. How about we do that? Let's just get them all out of the way. Hey, how about that, man-hating peoples out there who hate the dick? I do not care about these things. You do what you do for yourself, and I'll do what I do for myself, and we just, I guess, everybody go to movie theater and touch themselves with whatever piece of, things they have hanging off their bodies in those particular parts, where the very special parts are. No. We do not worry about these things, because we are seeing the distractions as we are seeing already around the world with all these other pandemoniums. There's all these pandas running around everywhere spreading diseases. That's what I heard. I don't pay attention too much to the news. It confuses my tiny minor island mind. I cannot process more than 5 kilobytes of information in my mind in more than 1 hour. So just actually talking to everybody right now is using up my entire RAM. My entire mental RAM is being used up right now. It is taking all my energies to make these videos. Actually, in literal energies, as my electricity will no doubt cut out halfway through this, and I'll have to go find Baboshniev and tell him, hey, I'm sorry, I'm late on the actual rent again. And Baboshniev will not like that. Oh, he'll do something to my bum, that is for sure. That is how we do it here as well. It's not that different from Hollywood, I suspect. But what we are very, very sad about here, amongst other things, sadder than all the other things we do here, is actually just the absolute assassination of all of our favorite caricatures, the movies, franchises, even things that were going, relatively well, like the Marvel movies, the MCU. That is all but going down the toilet drain, is this kind of gurgling and swirling. It is the season of deconstruction of all their male characters that, happen to be in lead roles, who happen to be strong or very, very kind of aggressive, or just overall have a lot of testosterone coursing through their man veins. But we cannot have this in the 2020s, my friends. We cannot be men in the 2020s. It is illegal. It will be outlawed if it not been already. I personally will just hide my dick between my legs every time someone comes up and asks me, say, hey, you look like a boy. And I say, I'm not a boy. I say, well, are you a man? I'm like, I'm not a man either. It's like, but you talk and you look like one. I say, excuse me. It is ma'am to you. I say, I am sorry, I do not understand. This is the minor outlying island. We do not have this kind of thing. I say, well, you are behind on the time, are you not? Jump on internet every now and then so you can see what the world is really like. The real world is complicated, is complex, is complicated, like breasts on a turtle. This is what I've been told over time. This is about as make as much sense as the boobs on a turtle. But this is the times we are in, and what we can do is basically we can talk about it. We can have a bit of a therapeutic is how we like to do it. We are not that backward in the island. Okay, I will tell this much. I do have a therapist, although I later came to find out that it was just the title they gave him because he was actually the rapist. He was a very, very bad rapist. He was actually the best rapist. Who don't know how to describe him, but he was only known as the rapist. Do not know why he was advertising on the internets for services. I must have been confused, but I found out the hard way that yes, that Kroshnev is very, very, very cheeky, the rapist. But what we'll do, we're gonna start discussing a bit more detail. Maybe perhaps I get off my chest all these things that are very, very, very disappointing. I see very, very callous destruction of things like the Marvel movies, the old comic movies. They try to destroy things like Star Wars. But that is very much destroyed already. Very, very much in the dirt. With booby drinking and Luke being more of a Jake. And then we got other things just being completely dying in their buttholes like the Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, which just completely shit its own dragon balls. The dragon took a giant shit. It covered the entire of Westeros, and the dragon basically just took the shit, took the dead Dany, flew off into the sky and said, "Fuck this! You guys are right. This shit is so bad. I'm flying on the fuck out of the story." That dragon actually penetrated reality and flew out into the world. It's now flying free in our reality because the reality created for it was so fucking shit. This is Vuctir.